Yeah.
Alright. Hi, I'm Rose Genevieve with Behind the Set, and I am at Vickie Gray Images.
Hi Rose, thanks for being here. And I've been doing photography for about 10 years and probably had a business for 2 years. And this particular studio I bought just a year ago. And as you can see, it's cozy, but it's really fun. It's been a lot of fun working here.
How did you get started?
I never know how to answer that question. It's like, I'm a corporate marketer, and so I had a career as a corporate marketer. And in marketing, you work a lot with images, you work a lot with graphic designers, and as the internet became, the internet, and then of course social media became huge, we need lots and lots of images. So I found that I was constantly working with photographers and constantly looking at images and developing a real kind of a feel for what I liked and what I didn't and what I thought was a good image and so forth. So I guess I got to the point where I just wanted to make my own. I guess like a lot of actors, after a while they want to be a director. So I got tired of, like looking at images, I wanted to create images.
Now you've been able to get some of your images on billboards from what I've read? Yes,
I do. Obviously I have a portrait studio, and I love portraits and faces, and especially like vintage style glamour. But I also do travel photography, and I've spent a lot of time in Cuba. I just got back from my 3rd trip to Cuba, and so I was able to have some of those images featured on the billboard in Station North in Baltimore. And it's really cool. It's right up by Penn Station, so I was there to catch a train one morning, and it was like 7 o'clock, and it was dark, and I'm there with my phone, there's there's the car, there's the flag. So yeah, that was really cool.
How were you able to get the picture onto the billboard?
There's I'll give away my secret. There is I think it's called ledbaltimore.com, and it's an LED billboard, and the guy who runs it is a fellow named Will Shanklin, I believe. And you submit your images. So you submit like up to 6 images and a bio. And if you're accepted, they project the images for a week. And what's cool about it is that it's not just photography. Visual artists put their stuff up there, and like dress designers will have photos of their creations. So the idea is it's like a
But that could be either
art
from
gallery.
because I'm so.
Well, it's not that, but you gotta, it has to look natural. So even if you're just like, like.
So what do you plan on doing for today?
Today is a full day, I call it a portfolio building shoot. I have 2 models that I've worked with in the past, Christina and Sugi. And then I also have a makeup artist, Alex. And Alex wants to have some images for her portfolio. And I'm getting ready to launch a package of vintage glamour photos. So I really need some images to help promote that line. So we're going to do some. Usually I start with doing like close-up headshots, and then I'll back up and do some full body shots. The models have like hats and props and a lot of vintage style clothing, which is really cool. And at the end, I want to do something called Makeup Mayhem, where like everybody is putting on in front of the camera, putting on makeup and doing their hair and that kind of thing. So we'll see how that part goes.
Very cool.
Yeah, funny you should ask. If you go back here, this is a studio. You might want to stand up.
Okay.
This is a studio, and then it also serves as a gallery. And so these are some images from France that I've had, and then here are a couple of images that I've done from Cuba. This one is one of my favorite. This is a dancer. it's a candid portrait. It's a dancer who's waiting to perform at one of the, one of the arts performances, one of the arts centers. And this was from the first time I went to Cuba, and this is probably one of the most popular pictures. I've sold several of these. This is one of my favorites. I took this, we were on a bus and driving along the Malecon, which is the water, and there were just a bunch of tourists in a convertible, which you see all over Havana. But what I like about it is that it could have been taken, like last week or, like 50 years ago. So this is something that's also really popular. And then this is just a cool, old car at the gas station. It's the Nacional Hotel, a famous hotel, and that's where we stayed the first couple of times we went. This last time I went to Cuba, it was with the Cuban American Youth Orchestra. So we went with musicians from the Cleveland Institute of Music, and they played at a one-day Mozart festival in Havana. So I have like 1,000 photos that I have to process. So I'm probably going to have a show here, in a couple of months, but I have a lot of work to do. And then plus what I'm going to do today. So.
Yeah. What about these?
These are, it seems like I have work from either Havana or France. And this is from Paris. This looks very Parisian, I think. It was in 2015, in January, so it was pretty cold. This is in Normandy. This is one of these pictures where I saw these kids on scooters coming toward me, and I had my camera, and I'm like, oh, they're so cute. And then, they got past me, but then I took this picture, and I think I kind of like it better that they're, like scootering away. And then this was from a trip we just took to Alsace in October, this past October. And it's just a little sign in a restaurant, but I don't know, I think it would look cool in a kitchen or in a little breakfast nook or something like that. So most of my work is like that. I don't do landscapes, I don't do macro, I don't do flower, or I don't like nature.
That's a popular one.
Right, yeah, I like cities, and I like and towns and people and signs. So to the extent there's a theme in my work, that's what you'll see. And that's me. I'm going to switch to the background because this is kind of gray. This is looking kind of a weird. It's gold, right? I call that gold, but it's looking like kind of a weird olive, which I can probably but options are good.
What am I doing?
There you go. I like this better with the light. Chin down. And then can you hold it like, yeah, right, like to the side, like you're just getting a little bit closer to your face. Chin down a little.
Christina, I'm here modeling today.
And what brought you here today?
Oh, that's really.
I had met Vickie at one of the meet and greets over at Graffiti Warehouse, and I really liked her work, and I was like, hey, if you ever need anybody, let me know. So, yeah.
How long have you been modeling for?
Well, probably only the past couple months, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I have a degree in acting, so I did headshots and things like that. I've been on film, but I actually went to a meet and greet with a friend and have kind of been doing it since then.
What got you interested in modeling?
I don't know. It's a good question. I like playing dress up, I guess is a thing. And I also love the art form of photography and kind of always would like to learn about it, and I help a friend with photography a little bit.
Yeah.
As like kind of the person who goes behind, fix hair, pull things around, and make sure your makeup's okay. So I help kind of behind the scenes, and I guess now I don't know, I enjoy it. It kind of goes back to my acting roots, I guess.
So what kind of film or theater have you been doing?
So I usually do community theater. I love community. Yeah. I mostly am a costume designer for a theater in Annapolis, so I help out there. It's a nonprofit called Colonial Players, and or sometimes around like other theaters as well. But acting hasn't been for a while. I actually haven't been acting for probably 5 years.
Do I need to fix it?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, she's good.
Yeah. So I haven't done any acting for 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, I've noticed it's been pretty slow around here.
Yeah, my son's picture as my
Yeah, so
screensaver.
it's and I don't know
Oh
very much
my
about the
goodness,
community
he is
theater
gorgeous.
in Baltimore.
I was like, if he's seen you.
How old are you again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm like,
How old are you?
sorry, edit that out.
And then,
Well, there's your blooper.
Yeah.
There you go.
You were looking
And
for
I'm
one.
just gonna keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's
Because
what
she's
you're
an
supposed to
actress,
do.
just keep going.
Yeah, and I'm like,
They'll edit that
I
out.
want you for my son. You're so gorgeous.
20, is he cute?
Yeah, he's hot. But he's
Oh,
like,
now they're
he's too
talking
young.
about
Oh, you gotta give him 2 more years,
Yeah, 2
and
more
then you
years.
can train him
Yeah,
properly.
2 more years. Sorry guys, go ahead, do you.
I'm like great. Fixing up blankets. Yeah.
Where were we?
She wanted a blooper.
I do. I want
You did
blooper.
want bloopers. Oh, my cheeks hurt now.
Here's your blooper. Alright.
You're talking about not being from this area?
No, I'm originally from Florida.
Me too.
Yep. Orlando. Moved up here in 2008.
What made you decide to move up here?
oh, I like that.
Isn't it always for a man?
Oh, okay.
But I'm no longer with him.
All heard that one.
That was the best line ever.
Well, that's actually anytime I say that, people are always like, "Was it for a guy?" And I'm like,
That was the best.
it was also for school. I was very interested in going to University of Maryland for their costume design, their master's
No,
degree,
I like that.
which I did go to for a short period of time.
The raccoon is, it's,
Okay.
yeah, it's
So-
really like
Well,
a
thank you
When
for
has a
being
model
here.
never been okay? Can you just take your heels off? It's so
right, yeah.
Yes, that's fine.
Now, you guys need to be, oh, that's cute. You need to be closer together. And Christina needs to come in that more.
I'm gonna be right on top of you.
That's
Really
really
That's
sorry.
okay. Put the mirror down, just a bit, not too far. There we go. And there we go. Alex, look at me. Smile. Ha! I like that. Oh, Alex, I like that look.
I can't get.
I'm like, coffee breath.
I might have cigarette breath, so.
Alright, so let's put the mirror. Why don't you? Let's do this. Turn, so that the mirror. You're looking in the mirror,
Okay.
but your back. Like you're sideways to me,
This,
but the mirror is that way.
this way.
Yes.
That? I was
Yeah.
also gonna say I could give her this, and if I had the mirror on this side, would that be more balanced?
You need you all looking at. There we go. Oh, Alex is mad.
I'm Suji Cruz-Everts, and I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
And how long have you been modeling?
Just since like August of last year.
What made you decide to get into modeling?
It's actually something I've always really wanted to kind of try, and I had a son when I was really young, so I just sort of, it was something I couldn't do a lot of when I was younger, so when I now have some more time, I just decided that I'd give it a shot. I have a very supportive family and husband, so he said go for it.
That's cool. What got you interested?
Well, our community in Lancaster is actually really artistic.
No, let's. Okay, so that's.
So they have a lot of photographers that do events,
Um,
kind of like things that you're in as well. So what a lot of my friends kind of were going to an event.
I'm gonna do this.
You should
Actually,
do all that stuff. So I did during more cosplay and stuff. So Daenerys from like Game of Thrones, and then eventually I was like, oh, you know, it'd be fun to kind of just do it as myself.
What kind of cosplay have you done?
So Daenerys from Game of Thrones, Cersei from Game of Thrones. I've done pretty much anything from Harry Potter.
Gabrielle?
Yeah, Galadriel
That's
from The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. To like Poppy from Trolls. Like I'm pretty much done. Just about everything.
So what kind of modeling do you normally do?
Usually, it just sort of depends on what the photographer wants. So anything from more modern, like today we're doing obviously more like starlit type images. Jenny Tierney was the person that they wanted me to kind of model myself after for today.
Okay.
So it just sort of depends on what the photographer wants, or sometimes there's some photographers that I've worked with who want you to bring in creative ideas to them, and then you can kind of do something there. So I've done like things with like the Phoenix, so like rising from the ashes, that kind of
Nice.
stuff. So yeah.
Having to model, have you learned anything?
Patience, I guess, is like a really big one. There's also just, you know, how to move your body in different ways. I can take better selfies now. So, and just, you know, working with different kinds of people, which I sort of had done anyway before, but, you know, like, and also taking an idea and working with someone and really collaborating on something is like been really cool.
Great. I think
Jester, how does she know Vickie?
Oh, how do you know Vickie?
So I know Vickie from actually an event that happened here in Maryland that I had heard about called the Graffiti Warehouse. And so Vickie was there for it and just came on a whim, and it was snowing that day, so it was amazing that I actually made it out. But she was great to work with and had these lights, and that was like really fun, new way to like kind of use myself a little bit more. So
That's where I met her from, the Graffiti Warehouse.
yeah, she's amazing. So.
All right, well, thank you.